Hey everyone, I am live for our ants training call. This call is a little different. I opened it up to everyone, so I am excited to talk with you guys and hear from you all. I'm going to give it a few minutes because it's just 8 o'clock, so I want to give everyone a chance to log on and get connected. So while we're waiting, if you can just give a shout out down below so that I know you're here, and so that the other people know that you're here, so we can all hear from you and get connected. What do we have? Just a few minutes. So I am super excited to be talking to you guys today. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Hey, my log girls. We're live. Today's call, I used to do our team conference calls. I've been having team conference calls for my Avon team for, we should probably not let cameras rest on random things, but we have been doing my team conference call for almost 2 or 3 years now, and we've always done a team conference call bi-weekly so that the new representatives, existing representatives, everyone could get on and ask questions and share ideas. So I've always loved the idea of the team calls because it allows us to get Milagros and Rosa were actually doing a call the other day, and they said something that resonated with me. They said that they were going to open up their team call so that everyone could see, because they know that there are a lot of people who don't have uplines and don't have teams who still want the information. So that really resonated with me. So I want to thank Milagros and Rosa for sharing. And I said, you know what, they've been sharing for years. I need to start sharing as well. So I am taking the team conference calls that I used to do with my team. Hey, Hope. Hey, Norma. I've been taking the calls that and Anisha too. Hey. I'm taking the calls that I used to do with my team, and now I'm just opening them up to everyone so that we all can participate and share ideas even more. So for those of you who don't have a team, who don't have an upline, you're a part of the family, just come on in, sit back and watch. All right, guys. So I've always kept my calls really short. We tend to do half-an-hour calls as check-ins, especially now that we've been doing weekly calls. So I will be live weekly for all of you guys to watch and join in. With live videos, you can always watch and follow up later, but I recommend you come in live because I find that the best thing about the live chats and the live calls is that you can get your questions answered live and you can hear from other representatives. And I love that part about the calls, whether it's a training call, an Avon conference call, an Avon district meeting, a sales meeting, a rally, whatever it is. The best part about it for me is always hearing from other representatives and the feedback that you get when you start to share. And I love when my team starts to answer each other's questions. So I usually format my calls. And if you're starting to do calls with your team as well, it's always a good idea to have a format so that you have structure and that you have time limits, so that your team or the people who are participating know what to expect, what they're going to learn, and how long the call is going to take, because we all have lives. So I get that. So out of respect for everyone's time, we try to keep it short and keep it concise. So if I say an hour, we're going to stick to an hour. If I say half an hour, we try to stick to that time. So I recommend that you have a time frame for your calls. I recommend that you have a set outline for what you're going to be discussing, and even if it's just going to be an open Q&A, if you just let everyone know, hi India, if you just let everyone know that it's going to be an open Q&A, they can come with their questions and they're prepared. So my outline for my calls is usually team recognition. We're not going to do that on today's call because I don't know how you guys are doing, but what I would like to do is have you guys hi Avon, I love this tech too. I love the tech. So what we can do is, if you guys could share in the box something that you're proud of accomplishing this past week. So from the previous Tuesday to today, if you guys can all just type in the box really quick something, just one thing that you did that you're proud of. Hey, Stephanie. That you were proud of accomplishing, that you were a goal that you set, that you met, a task that you did, and that you got out of the way. Hey, Lisa. Something that you did, just one thing. If everybody could take a minute to start typing in the chat box below, I want to hear from you guys what you've accomplished and what you've done this past week that you want to celebrate so that we all could celebrate with you. So while everybody kind of gets onto the call, I want to hear. Hey, Stephanie. I frightened you. I'm sorry. Hopefully it's a good scared because now you're happy to see me. So come on, guys, let's see your wins for the week. What have you accomplished? What have you done? What are you proud out loud about? And I love to do this because we need to celebrate those successes. I don't care how small it is. I don't know if it's that you talked to a new person today or that you shared one brochure today. Thanks, Stephanie. Hey, Dorel and Condolita. Oh, India, thank you. Actually remembering to get follow-up information. That is awesome. High five for that. Just, yeah. Getting follow-up information, big step. For those of you who don't know, hey, Dorel, when you're out prospecting and you're talking to other people, you want to try to get their contact information so that you could follow up. So Miss India was able to do that. That is a huge step. So congratulations to you, India. Round of applause for everybody. Awesome. Come on, guys. Let's hear some more wins. Let's keep them going. What else have you guys accomplished that you want to share with the team? And don't be shy because we're all Avon ladies here. Or men. There always are a few good men. So come on, guys. Let's hear your accomplishments. India shared that she was able to get follow-up information. Condolita calling in from North Carolina. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying calling in. Logging in, I guess, for these live calls. So logging in from the NC. Shout out to North Carolina. All right, guys, come on. Let's hear those wins. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I love hearing them. Just type in the chat box below and then everyone could see. Let me see if I missed anything. Don't let me shout you guys out because I know for some of you, some accomplishments, just on a side note. Anitra, touching base with the leader for the big event I'm doing on Saturday. Everyone is excited for Avon. Oh, that's great. So we've got follow-up. We've got Anitra touching base. That is good. And you have a big event coming up this Saturday. So good luck on that. I'll be expecting photos and some tweets and some Facebook posts so that we can get on social media. India says she keeps forgetting next is 1 to 2 businesses a week. Awesome. Okay, India, you are jumping ahead. You are hot tonight. So you are setting your goals for next week to contact some businesses. Awesome. Great job. Oh, okay. Hope says that she got up the nerve to talk to people in Walmart about Avon and hand out sample packs and booklets. Great job, Hope. I know it's always nerve-wracking when you first start talking to people and you have to overcome that initial fear, but good for you for doing that and getting out there with your business and just sharing the opportunity with people. First step is a big one. Good job. Dorel said she moved to Baltimore. Wow, new place. And sorry, okay, now they're all coming in. Dorel moved to Baltimore and she has new customers. Okay, so you just moved and you already have customers. Awesome. She's working on more and she's going to be starting her new team. Great job, Dorel. Get out there, keep talking to people, keep sharing the opportunity. You will find customers, and I'm going to share some tips with you today. Anitra says, yes! Condolita said she's just coming from a district meeting. Oh, and she won the door prize. Congratulations, Condolita. Got great info on Be a Smarties host at Avon party. Okay. Awesome job, Condolita. Great job. Sales meetings are so important, and I always try to get into any meeting I can. And those of you who are here in New York know that I will sneak into other people's sales meetings. I have a team member in your district. Let me just come in and sit, because everybody has something new that they can share. So it's always great to get in on other meetings and hear what other people are doing and hear different ideas. And everybody does things so differently. So the more ideas that you get from around the world and from other representatives, the more you grow. So great job, Condoleezza. Ah, you got the host's Avon book. Thank you. All right, Milagro. She got 50 bombitas and 2 baskets for her next October pink events. Yes, she's ready for her Stay Connected meeting tomorrow. Awesome, Milagros. Milagros is great for the bombitas and the sample packs. So check out her videos. She does great sample packs, and those have really got me going. And those are a great way for you to share your business with other people, especially for those of you who are shy. The sample packs are awesome. I always have one somewhere. These are my sample packs. I'll share my goal in a minute, but I want to keep hearing yours. So thank you for sharing, Milagros. Stephanie, yes, always attend meetings with your leader. Post YouTube videos. Oh, girl. Yes, high five. Post YouTube videos, open your business on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Yes. Use all of your social media tools, because those are all tools that you can use to promote your business. And each type of social media has a different crowd. So there are Facebook people who are different from your Instagram people, who are different from your Snapchat people. So get your business out there on all of them and promote. Great idea, Stephanie. Thank you. Yes, congratulations, Dorel. And hey, Donna and Jessica. So thank you guys all for joining, and thank you guys all for sharing your weekly wins. I'm going to keep doing that because I love just hearing you guys' stories, and I it's an inspiration to me, and I know it inspires each of you. Yes, thank you, Milagros, for posting your videos. Condoleezza says she knows about them and she knows how to use them. So awesome, good job. Hey, Ursula, thank you for joining. Okay, guys, so let me just tag people in this video so that you guys can all get on, and so that you guys can invite your team. There we go. Cool. So let's get started with our training. So as I said, I usually start off my team conference calls with recognition. Because this is an open conference call, I appreciate you guys sharing your stories with me, and we're going to keep doing that just to keep encouraging each other. The next thing that I usually do is to just dive into my outline for the call, and then I like to wrap up with Q&A. But because this is live, I would like for you guys to interrupt me along the way, ask your questions, and I'll try my best to answer. And then at the end, I'll have it open up again for all Q&A. So as I'm going through, keep posting your questions. So right now we are in campaign 21. Almost everybody except maybe RPS 10 is starting their campaign 21. Campaign 21 is the brochure with Sophia. I had some, but I gave them out, which is, I guess, a good problem. So I don't have another brochure on me right now. I'll have more tomorrow. But Sophia is going to be on the cover of that catalog. So this is a really good catalog to get out, because Sophia's a brand name. Sofia Vergara, for those of you who don't know, she's coming out with this new fragrance, So Very Sophia. It smells so good. Yes, it's one of those that you just... Yeah. How many people out here are loving Sophia? Let me get some hearts if you're loving Sophia. Hey, Laura. So this is the packaging that Sophia is going to be coming in. And this is the packaging, right side up, that Sophia will be coming out in. And this is the bottle. It's a great fragrance. So this is going to be a great tool for you. I see you guys are loving Sophia. Yes, Sophia. It's just one of those fragrances that's so soft that you just want to... every couple of minutes, just, I'm gonna put that down now. So this is a fragrance that you are going to want to share with your customers and be excited about. We have a brand, not a brand name, but a household name, a celebrity, an actress. She's in commercials, she's in TV shows. India's wearing hers now. Dorel likes it. Yeah. Hey, Veronica. Wow. All the way here from California. Awesome. Welcome. So this is a fragrance. Get it in the hands of your customers, because this is going to help you at the end of the year. Right now, I like to focus on goal setting. This is fourth quarter. So we're wrapping up the year. And I know you guys are kind of like, okay, well, you know, Christmas is a long way away. We've got a couple of months, but planning starts now. You have to start planning. Hey, Rocio, you have to start planning now for the end of the year, for a successful end of the year, as well as a successful start to the beginning of next year. So it's like, there's a quote that says planning for tomorrow starts today. You have to plan what you're going to be doing for the next year now. So if you want to get to President's Club, you need to start setting your goals, seeing how far you have to go, and start working on it now. Hey, Alice. So right now, I'm actually very big on goal setting right now. A lot of people are more like New Year's people. They set their goals, but I actually like to set my goals every quarter, and I like to revisit my goals. So I kind of break up my year so that I can see how I'm doing and how I'm tracking towards my end goals. So I have a major goal. Thank you. I have a major goal for the entire year, but I try to set tracking points along the way. So I'll share with you guys. One of my goals is to keep my title for Honor Society. So my goal is to have personal sales of $20,000 at the end of 2016. And one of the reasons that I want to keep that title is, you know, just for the sake of keeping it, bragging rights, so to speak, but also because of the benefits that you get as a leader. When you sell at the President's Club level or above, that's $10,000 in a year. You get a lot of different perks. And one of the perks, well, one of my favorite perks is the 40% that you get on all of your orders, regardless of size. So for those of you who aren't familiar with President's Club, it's when you sell $10,000 for the year, you get 40% commission on everything, 25% commission on all of the products like clothing and things like that, the third-party items. And then you also get invited to a president's recognition party, dinner, luncheon. It varies depending on where you live. But you also get a separate number that you can call. I believe it's still toll free. So you have great customer service. Hey, Jean-Pierre and Yvonne. You also get to order 3 demo products from the brochures. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, okay, well, what's the big deal about ordering the demo products? But when Christmas rolls around, I remember either last year or the year before, it was that Frozen doll. So super popular. It was the first time when I was like, what's up? Hey, Jean-Pierre. But that Frozen doll was the first time where I was like, wow, I really have to use these extra products that I can order from the What's New. And I was able to stock up on the Frozen dolls and get them out to all my customers. So when it sold out in the brochure, I had them in stock to the point where other people were coming to me like, do you have any more of the Frozen dolls? Because I need one and I can't get it because it's sold out. So there are serious perks to becoming a President's Club member. And that 40% is super important because your earnings will skyrocket. Before I became a President's Club member, when people were just telling me about it, I was like, no, I'll never sell that much. I stopped and I did the math and I said, wow, we're talking of a difference in earnings of maybe $1,000. I looked at my sales. I looked at how far I was from President's Club and I said, if I made it to President's Club, but I only considered the amount that I had sold so far, if I was earning 40% on that amount, I would have earned like an extra $1,000. I'm not one to be throwing away money. So I suggest you guys don't throw it away either. President's Club is a great opportunity for you to increase your earnings. If you want to earn more in this business, you want to sell more, of course, but you want to do things that will increase your earnings. I got your lady, Vernita. You want to do things to increase your earnings as much as you can. So we always say you want to work smarter, not harder. Yeah, you could quadruple your sales, or you can just earn a higher commission. And when you're a President's Club member, you will always get that 40%. So I recommend that everyone should be setting their goal for President's Club. I know that it's daunting and it can be a little bit scary, but don't let it scare you. I always say, hide the elephant, one at a time. Right? So a goal of $10,000 is about $380 something per campaign, right? 82 or 83, just call it almost 400. Between 350 and 400 per campaign. Very doable. What you want to do is break down again. If you sell to $25 to 10 customers, that's what, $250. So you know you have to up the ante a little bit. You want to be selling maybe $25 to, I don't know, 15 customers. Somebody check my math real quick. Lisa, I know you're on here. Can you get me some math on that? Basically divide 385 by the average, your average sales. For most reps, it's 25, to determine how many customers you have. I think it works out to be about 15 or 20. But 350, 400 should be your minimum for sales. And now with the holidays coming up, this is a great time for you to up the ante, because people are looking for Avon products. People are looking for gifts. People are looking for clothes for the holidays. People are looking to dress up their home, and Avon has everything for everybody. So start planning now so that you're prepared for the holidays and that you're prepared for next year, because you don't want 2017 to come around and you're broke, which happens to a lot of us because we're doing the holiday shopping. We, as Avon reps, we shouldn't have that happen. We should be preparing from now so that at the end of 2016, we have extra income coming in. And so that when 2017 comes up, we have a surplus. This is a business that pays for itself. This is a business that is here to put money in your pocket, and you can do it if you just start planning now. So set up your goals. See how far you have to go to get to the President's Club level. It might be $6,000. It might be $1,000, whatever it is. Divide it by the number of campaigns that we have between now and the end of the year. Campaign 21 to 26 is about 5 campaigns. So divide the number of sales that you have to make to get to your President's Club goal. And then start leveraging your products. I always say Rome wasn't built in a day, right? It took time. So you had to start planning ahead of time. You had to, I'm an architect, so this is where the planning talk comes in. But as a designer, we do drawing. We survey, we measure, we determine what we need. We make a drawing, which is a plan. We set up our needs. We talk to the client, see what they need, and we put it into a plan. And then we talk to a contractor, and they have that contractor buy the materials that they need, and then they build. It is the same exact thing in our Avon business. In your Avon business, hey Heather, in your Avon business, you want to determine what your goals are, set a plan for how you want to accomplish your goals. Make sure that you have the tools, sample packs, brochures, business cards, social media. Make sure that you have the tools to use towards your business, towards building your goal, and then start taking action steps. Now, this is actually what I want to talk to you most about today. The action steps are usually what determines the difference between thank you, Alex. The action steps are what determines your difference between success and failure. A lot of times we have goals. People will come in and say, yeah, I want to sell $50,000 every 2 weeks. And I say, okay, great. I am not one to shoot down people's goals, but how do we get there? So I don't know if you could see this, but like I said, I doodle as an architect. So this here is a mountain. Can you see? It's a mountain. And that little person down here is us as Avon representatives. So I like to think of your goals as a mountain. So the goal is the peak of the mountain that you want to get to. And along the way, you see I have like these little flags along the way. Those are what I call your progress milestones. So you have what I like to call SMART goals. SMART goals are, I'm going to break it down for you. I hope you guys have your pen and paper. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So when you're setting your goals, you want to make sure that's a SMART goal. Once again, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So you want to have a goal. Instead of saying, okay, yeah, I want to earn extra money. All right, are we talking $1 extra, $5 extra, or $12,000 extra? You have to have something that's specific. Measurable. How do you measure your achievement of that goal? If it's increased sales, are you comparing it to last year, this year, or what? If it's increased earning, of course, money is something that you can count, so that's measurable. Or if your goal is to be more successful, what do you consider successful, and how do you measure that? Is your success measured by how much you're selling? Is it measured by the number of people on your team? Is it measured by how much time you could take off from work to spend with your family? So you have to find a way to measure whatever it is. Oh, I'm seeing some hearts. You guys are liking that? So the measurable portion is super important as well. And then attainable. You want to set goals that you can accomplish. Now, I want to be careful here because a lot of times when we set goals, we shortchange ourselves and we say, oh, yeah, I want to make extra money, but I don't want to set a goal that's too high that I can't accomplish it. And then you say, okay, let's just start off at making $5 extra per campaign. And you're like, really? You know you could do better than that. You know that if you just push a little inch more, you could do far better than that. So when I say attainable, I want you to be really careful here. I want you to think of what you can accomplish when you're seriously working hard towards your business. Manage whatever your time is. How much time do you have in your schedule? How much time do you have in your day? How many people are you seeing every day? How many contacts can you make? All of that needs to come into factor. You don't want to shortchange yourself and basically end the race before you even start. You don't want to look around and say, okay, you know what? I can't compete with these people, so I'm not gonna try. You know, you have to set a goal that you can attain with a little bit of effort that, you know, kind of pushes you out of your comfort zone a little bit, because that's how you grow. So if you're pulling back, you'll find yourself in the same place often. So those are attainable goals and relevant. Okay, so relevant. If your goal is to earn extra income, you don't want to sit here talking about, well, you know, I'm going to start eating salad and I'm going to start eating, you know, less meat. And what does it have to do with your goal? Make your plans relevant to what it is that you want to accomplish. If your goal is sales, then let's talk how do you increase your sales? Let's talk about products. Let's talk about fundraisers. Let's talk about something that is relevant to that goal of increasing sales. If your goal is to I don't know, increase your team, then how do we do that? How do we get our business in front of people? How do we share the opportunity with other people? How do we connect the opportunity that Avon has with other people's needs? Because if you're talking about recruiting and building your team, and again, you're talking about salads and and diets and stuff, they don't connect. So they have to be the goals that you're setting have to be relevant to what you want to accomplish. And then the last thing is time-based. And this is me. I did it with my architecture exams, and I'm being completely transparent with you guys right now. I'm taking my architecture licensing exams, and I've been taking them for 6 years. Sorry, but it's the truth. Why? Because I didn't have a goal for when I wanted to finish taking them. I was like, yeah, I'll finish them eventually. But I'm getting to the point now where the statutes of limitations, my exams are about to expire. And now I'm like, okay, I'm running out of time. I need to get these goals done because I have a time limit. Because I have that time is now when I'm starting to get that, you know, fire lit under me. So set a time period for yourselves so that it becomes more realistic. If you have some wishy-washy, willy-nilly kind of, yeah, one of these days I want to own a house in the Hamptons, one of these days is when. Determine what your goal is, the date, whether it's 5 years or 10 years, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but make sure it's attainable and set that goal for your time. So that is how you set your goal. That's that peak goal. So once you determine your goal, you have to determine how you're going to get there. So these flags, you know, when you're climbing a mountain, they have these little like way stations where you could stop and refuel. I've never climbed a mountain before. We don't do that. But for those of you who have, you know that there are like these little points along the way of a mountain climbing where you can stop and refuel, or they have the little flags that are mile markers that tell you how far you've come, whether it's 1,000 miles or 2,000 miles. I should probably ask Milagros about that. She seems like a mountain climber type of person. But those progress milestones show you how far you've come. 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles. So what you want to do is break down your goals. You've now set your SMART goal. You have a time frame on it. Let's say your goal is this time next year you want to sell $20,000, like for Honor Society. Okay, so your progress milestones are going to say, okay, well, there are 26 campaigns. My goal is $20,000. Divide 20,000 by 26, and you'll see how much you need to sell each campaign. Though that's how you break down your goals. That way, each campaign, you have a goal for that campaign. Again, going back to how you eat the elephant, a specific goal for that campaign for you know, what you're trying to accomplish. So if your goal is to sell $1,000 in this campaign, you're just working towards that $1,000. You're not working towards the $20,000. But if along the way you keep hitting those $1,000 goals, after 6 months, you'll have $6,000, you know, and by the end of the year, you'll have the amount that you need. So create your progress milestones to help you get up to the top of your mountain, and determine ways that you can measure how you're getting to your goals. Hi Denise, good to see you too. And then between the flags, you'll see I have little dashes. Those are what I call like a path. Those are going to be your daily actions for how you get from one flag to the other. So once you break down your goals, you're not really looking at the overall goal, you're looking at the smaller goal. So if your smaller goal is $1,000, set daily action plans. With Avon, we work on 2-week campaigns. So if your goal is $1,000 for your 2-week period, then you know your goal is, break it down again, $500 per week. Okay, let's say we're working Monday to Friday each week. If your goal is $500 for the week, break it down smaller and set a smaller goal of $100 per day. If your goal is to make more contacts, and this is my personal goal, my goal is to give out 20 sample packs per day, because at the end of a 5-day week, I want to be able to give out 100, because at the end of a campaign, I want to make 200 contacts. So break it down, always work backwards, work in reverse, and break your goals down into smaller chunks, because it makes it more achievable, and it relieves a lot of stress when you're trying to set your plan. So I want to suggest for you guys, when you're setting your goals, I like to write them down somewhere. We always talk about having a dream board or keeping a journal. I will be posting a video actually of a new journal that I got to kind of help me track my goals. But you don't have to get a fancy journal. If a sheet of paper is good enough, whatever it is, wherever you're writing, you want to write it down. I also encourage you to share with other people. Have an accountability partner. Just like when you're going to the gym, you know, if you go with a friend, you're more likely to go, because on the days where you don't really want to do it, your friend will want to go and she'll encourage you, and vice versa. So try to have an accountability partner. Reach out to me. Make these weekly conference calls your accountability, so that every week we're checking in, we're working towards your goals. I highly recommend working towards your goals each day, doing at least one step per day to get you closer to your goal, and checking in every week. You know, plan out what you wanted to accomplish this week, whether it was 20 contacts or $500 in sales. And the next week, stop and see if you made your goal, and if you didn't, why? What was it? You guys aren't going to believe this, but I'm not outspoken kind of person. I tend to be kind of shy. So I do have moments where I'm just afraid or terrified to talk to people. And I'll have a day where, like last week, I got out in the morning, 20 sample packs were given out before I even made it to my job. The next day, not so much. I think I gave out 2 or 3. So on Saturday, I said, okay, well, what the heck happened? What was the disconnect between the day where I was super productive and the day where I wasn't? And at the end of the day, it ended up being fear. I don't know why. I was just afraid to go out and talk. But you bet your bottom, that next day I said, okay, I know what I'm dealing with now. Let me go out there and make up for the people that I had missed. So if my goal was 20 and I only gave out 18, I added that 18 to the 20 that I was supposed to give out the next day. And I gave them all out, because I did not want to lose. So in my mind, I said, this is a game. And sometimes you have to do that with yourself. Play games with yourself. They're fun. I said, this is a game. My goal is 20. I have to hit that goal. If I don't make it today, I've got to add it to the next day, and I've got to hit it, because if I don't, then I lose, and I don't want to lose. So find what works for you. Find what your drive is, and use that to your advantage. Use an accountability partner as well, because if at the end of the day or next week when we get on the call again, if you have to come on and say, well, you know, I had a goal of talking to 5 people and I only got out to 1, we're still going to encourage you and cheer you on and celebrate that step that you did. But we're also going to be here to say, okay, well, what are you going to do differently next time? How can you improve on that? Because that's what it's about. Nobody here is perfect. We're all just, you know, going about our day-to-day lives and just trying to do the best that we can. But the goal is to be better and keep improving and just keep moving forward. And it's going to be those baby steps that get you there. So work on your goals, climb that mountain. Darren Hardy said at the, I think it was 2015 Avon conference in Orlando. Thank you, Denise. She says, I'm so on point. Know the plan or no money. I like that. No plan, no money, honey. Awesome, Denise. Thank you for sharing. So it completely threw me off. But in 2015, Darren Hardy had a interesting quote, and I use this all the time. He said that you should pick your mountain. So your mountain is your goal, and you should just set your plan to get to the top or die trying. Because there are gonna be people who dissuade you, and they're gonna say, "Oh no, you can't do that. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? That's not for you." I get those. We call them haters. But usually it's with good intentions, friends and family. They're trying to look out for you and help you. But you have to just pick your mountain and just make your plan to get to the top, or have them find you on the side, on the floor, dead from trying. So hopefully that helped. I do want to share a couple of things about the Sofia. This fragrance is going to be a big one. Like I said, Sofia Vergara is a big name. So for those of you who have goals to increase your sales, determine how much you need to sell and see how many Sofias you can sell to get yourself closer to the goal. I think, I don't know how much it's launching at. I can't remember because I have no book. But whatever it is, break it down and see how many of these you have to sell. What I like about the Avon incentives, if you look in the What's New book for campaign 21, thank you, $36. So if you sell 100 of these, it's 360, check my math, 3,600. Thank you, Denise. You guys got me. So 10 of these is $360. If you sell 100 of these, it's $3,000. So if one of the representatives mentioned that if you sell 5 to a customer, you can say to her something like, okay, well, if you can sell 5, you can get 1 free. Leverage the incentives that Avon has in the What's New. See what they have and what they're offering for free, and you can offer that to your customer as a free gift. So if Avon is giving you a free one when you order 5, say to a customer, hey, if you order 5 of these, or if you can find 5 friends and family members to purchase this, then you can get this free. And I always like that tip, and I always offer it to my customers. Sometimes they don't order all 5, maybe they'll just make it to 3. But by the time they sold it to everyone, they love it so much, they're like, just give me 2. Just to make up the extra 5 so that they can get their free gift. And that becomes a free gift for them to give away as well. I always find like one hand washes the other. So if you're helping your customers get deals and discounts, they'll be more than happy to share with their friends and family and help you get customers as well. The other tool that I want you to think about are fundraisers. Fundraisers, this is Annie the Owl. You guys have probably seen us and heard us talking about her. But she's going to be $20. So Annie the Owl is going to be a great fundraising tool. For those of you who are shy or short of making it to President's Club, see how many fundraisers you have to do to get yourself to your goal. You can have one fundraiser that's $10,000 that can get you to President's Club right away. If you're getting to Honor Society, and let's say you just started the year out, you can still get to Honor Society and hit your $20,000 goal with maybe 2 fundraisers. So start talking to organizations. In our sample packs, we've been putting the little fundraiser flyers. You can't see mine in here, but speak to everyone and everybody about fundraisers. One thing I want to share is right now with school starting, a lot of the kids are starting to come around with the chocolates and the candy sales. I got asked today to buy some chocolate, and I was like, yeah, sure. Can I see the box? What school is that? Where are they located? Can I have the contact information for the director? Are you on the PTA? So strike up a conversation, because people are going to be coming to you to ask you to help support their fundraiser, and you're probably going to anyway. But also get in there and get that contact information and ask them if they would like to raise funds with Avon. Today, the person I spoke to about the candy sale, they were saying that their kid, who's probably in 2nd or 3rd grade, has to sell 6 boxes, Jessica. Their kid has to sell 6 boxes of chocolate, and I think there's like 50 pieces in each box. And I'm like, how much chocolate can people possibly eat? And I'm laughing because this poor kid's family is diabetic, on a diet, or just does not eat chocolate. And I'm like, okay, well, your entire family can't support you. I can only eat so much chocolate. But you know, with the Avon fundraiser with Annie the Owl, this is one owl is $20. It's $10 to their organization because there's 50%. Or you could do, I guess, 40% depending on how you do your fundraiser. But it's one item that generates more funds for the organization. So check out the fundraising page on youravon.com and start reaching out to organizations just to ask them if they need extra money and how they can 60 bars of candy in each box. Ursula, oh my gosh, it's 60. The kid has to sell 6 boxes of 60 candy bars. I'm sorry. I know it's not funny, but it's sad. And I'm like, if that school would just do an Avon fundraiser, they can get so much closer to their goal, but they rather do the candy. Get out to these schools, do fundraisers, let them know how much they can benefit with an Avon fundraiser, how much they can earn, so that when they start to see the earnings, we never have to buy chocolate again. All right, guys, so that is a wrap for, oh my gosh, I talked a lot longer than I planned to. So that is a wrap for our training calls. I want to take some time to see if there are any questions, comments, concerns. Side note, we pay tax on the OWL, and if the cause you are supporting is tax deductible, you would need to include that in the cost. Yes, Denise, thank you for sharing. That's actually a good side note. If the organization that you're selling for is not sales tax exempt, then you do have to pay tax on the items. So thank you, Denise, for sharing that. Usually the schools, the not-for-profits, if they're a 501c, they should be tax exempt. So if you can, there's a website you can go online, and you can actually, if you Google 501c organizations, you can actually see all the 501c organizations in your area. So if you don't want to deal with the tax, you can kind of tailor that. But otherwise, on the fundraising forms, there is, I believe there's a section for tax. There's an order processing fee. We have to see about the tax. But thank you, Denise, for sharing that. All right, anyone else with questions, comments, or concerns? Let me scroll back up. I still can't get over their 60 bars. And Ursula, I don't know how they're doing it in your area, but our bars are like an inch thick. And I was like, I remember when they were at least 2 inches. So the bars are getting smaller. The price isn't changing. That's one of the things I love about Avon. They don't decrease the quality just because it's a fundraiser. And I get kind of offended that the chocolate people would do that, but let me stop just in case any of you work for the chocolate companies. Denise says she's had a few times where that were not so many, were not, so my donation to organization ended up being $8 so I could cover my costs. Yes, okay, yeah, you do want to think about your cost and factor that into your percentage. So when you reach out to your fundraising organizations, find out in the beginning if they have that sales tax exempt form. Like, try to do it when you're talking to them over the phone, so that when you go to them with the earnings chart that you could download from youravon.com, you could see what, you can determine better what percentage to give them, so that you don't have to take anything, you don't have to lose anything in your profit. And you could be upfront about how much you're going to earn. So you don't want to tell them that they're going to be earning $10 and then have it turn out that they're earning $8 because they had to collect the tax. But the people should really be paying the sales tax. It shouldn't be coming out of your earnings. So with Annie the Owl, if she's $19.99, the customer should be charged $19.99 plus the 75-cent order processing charge plus tax. So that should come from the client selling. So you do want to determine that ahead of time. Hi, Miss Darda Chow. Thank you for joining. Anyone else with questions or concerns? It's you. Oh, Denise, just throw me under the bus, why don't you? The photo shoot was amazing. I had such an amazing time. No, I did not talk about the photo shoot in the beginning. Okay, I guess I should lump that into my wins for the week. We did do an Avon photo shoot. I can't really give too much detail on it, but Avon is coming out with a new ad campaign that you will be super excited about, and that I love the theme of, so I was really happy to be able to participate in it. But it was just a good time, and we had a lot of fun. If you look at my Instagram, and if you look at my even my Facebook, on my Avon page, Avon by Georgiana, I posted pictures, and in my personal photos page, if you and I are friends, which we probably are for you to be watching, if you look at my photos, I did post some pictures. I got some behind the scenes shots so that you guys could see what the photo shoot was like. But Avon goes all out on their photo shoots. So we got to try on clothes. They did my hair and makeup. And then we did video, and we did some photos. So I can't tell you where the photos are going to be. the video will probably be on YouTube, but you will be getting some more business building tools and some more recruiting tools to help you in the field, to connect with new recruits and to just share your business opportunity. But how do I say this? I encourage all of you guys to share your Avon stories, because at the end of the day, it's not so much about who is in the commercials or the ads, or whatever that is, or who's in the book. It's really, you'll make a connection to the people that you're recruiting and training with from your story and your personality. That's what's going to shine through. So one of my pet peeves, and one of the things I always encourage you guys to do, and I think it's a pet peeve because it's something I struggle with myself. These live videos are going to be a problem because the transparency here is scary. But one of the things I struggle with personally is just being that proud out loud. But I think as representatives, we really need to share what we're doing, how much we're accomplishing, because people don't know. People think that Avon is outdated and they don't make money because the people who are vocal are the ones who quit on themselves and on their businesses. So, they have a beef with life and they go around complaining, and that's what people hear. The squeaky oil gets the grease, so they're upset. They go around making a big deal, and us as Avon reps who are still in the business and still sticking through and still doing well are the ones who are kind of like, yeah, we're doing okay, but we don't want anyone to know that we're successful and that things are working out, and things like that. So I think we should really, really start being proud out loud about what we're accomplishing. So that's why I like to do the what we've accomplished for the week, even here amongst the call, just to get comfortable speaking about it, because people get attracted to that because they don't know. So yes, Denise, thank you so much for putting me on the spot and asking me about the photo shoot, because it does give me a chance to be a little transparent and excited about that. So thank you for being excited for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Denise. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet of you to say. I tried. Oh, we have celebrities online. Mr. Lee Bibb is watching. Hi, Lee. Lisa. Oh, Jason called to talk about your Avon story. Yes, you go, girl. Be proud out loud, and you have so much to accomplish. I share your Avon story, Lisa. Sorry, but it is what it is. Thank you, Dorel. I got this. Yes, transparency is good, Jessica. And I appreciate, you guys have all shared with me. So that's why it kind of makes it a little easier to share. It's weird. I haven't met a lot of you, but I still feel like we're family. And he just says, go Lisa. Yay, go Lisa. It's okay, Denise. No, I appreciate it. And like I said, I will continue to post pictures about what's been happening with Avon and the photo shoot and the new incentives and stuff that we're going to be talking about. So, do we have any other questions? Lisa. No, I have not booked my trip. So for those of you who do not know, I haven't booked the trip yet. When we were at RepFest, which I strongly, strongly recommend that everyone go to, for the simple fact that I won this trip and I wouldn't have won it if I wasn't at RepFest. Go to RepFest, go to the conferences, go to the trainings, because that's where amazing things happen that you cannot even wrap your mind around. But I won a trip to Tahiti. If you missed it, the video on YouTube where I recorded it live. So I will be going probably in October, but the dates have not been finalized yet. So thank you, Lisa. All right. Hey, Pamela, Sherry, and Timothy. Timothy Brown, how are you? All right, guys. So any other questions? All right. So if there are no more questions, before we completely wrap up, I do want you guys to take the time to set some goals for next week, for this coming week, things that you're going to accomplish between now and next week, Tuesday. Because as I said, they've got to be goals that you can do every day, that you can add to your action plan. So whether it's from stuff we talked about today, whether it's stuff from the Grow to Win call yesterday, stuff that you've got from the Avon meeting you just walked out of, whatever it is, set goals. And I want you guys to really try to figure out what you're going to be doing each day. Just one thing that you're going to do differently to grow your business, whether it's talking to, thank you, Timothy. I'm proud of you too. Our Avon men are doing some great stuff. What are some things that you want to accomplish between now and next week Tuesday. One thing that you're going to do every day to bring you towards your business, or if you're feeling ambitious, 3 things that you're going to be doing every day to get you closer to your business. Remember, SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So go ahead, climb those mountains. Hi, Annabelle. Thank you for joining. And next week, we're going to be back here, same time, same place. And I want to hear you guys' goals in the beginning of the call. So share those goals and how you did. And don't be shy if you didn't accomplish them, which you will, because I believe in you. And I'm just putting that out into the universe through the Facebook, whatever, into your homes so that you guys could get that success. But it starts with those small action steps. So, I guess if there are no questions, oh, you guys are very welcome. Absolutely. Hi, Tracy. Carlos. So go ahead, set those goals for next week. We'll be checking back in next week, Tuesday, same time, same place, so that we can hear what your goals are, and then we could also start setting some goals for the following campaign.